Introducing the Slink Avatar Enhancement, Visage and Physique Redux. I will go through each section of this new HUD piece by piece and explain and demonstrate each section. The very top row is the title bar. It explains what product this HUD will control. It includes a Delete Scripts button which will prompt you for consent to delete the scripts in all of the slinked body parts you are wearing, a Minimize button which closes the HUD to a small, unobtrusive logo on your screen, and a Detach button which will remove the HUD from your screen altogether. It is recommended that you wear the HUD at all times, or if you prefer to remove it, ensure you attach it if you are using scripted objects to interact with your body, such as nail polish appliers. The next section down is the Appearance section. Here we have a number of options to smooth out your body while wearing system clothing to avoid that painted-on look. They are all fairly self-explanatory, such as disabling the nipples option when wearing system lingerie if you desire a smooth bra appearance. The alpha mask cutoff is designed to be used with alpha layers that have been created with this system in mind. The texture made for the alpha layer must be blurred in order for the mask cutoff to work. If you are still wearing your system head, the neck fitting options will give you the best fit for the neck join. Simply set your body fat slider to one of these settings and then enable the corresponding setting on this HUD. The next section on the Appearance panel is Tint Skin. Clicking this will bring up the Skin Tint page where you can change the hue and brightness of your tint. White is the lightest setting you can use, but this is handy if you want to darken your skin a little bit, or if you want to play with fantasy skin colours. You can reset the tint to white here. The colour swatch reflects the RGB, and the RGB values appear here next to the current colour label. If you want to save the colour you have currently set in the palette, click one of the little down arrows above the line of colour swatches and it will instantly save. You can apply the colour by clicking the swatch itself, and you can clear the saved colour by clicking the X below the swatch. Close the tint panel by clicking the X in the top right corner above the palette. The little question mark button on each section opens the help for that section. It explains what each feature does. The next section on the HUD controls the effects such as specular, normal and environment settings. Because there is currently no way to apply a specular map to a base-on mesh system texture, we still use appliers for this feature. Both Slink and Amiga appliers will work, provided you are wearing the Amiga bridge and have installed the Amiga system using their installer HUD. I will link the details in the description box. There are two specular effects textures loaded into this HUD, sheen and droplets. They give you a nice smooth shiny effect and a cool wet look for your body. The next two buttons will clear all specular maps and normal maps applied to your body parts. You can adjust the glossiness of your sheen or droplets or third-party specular using the glossiness slider. The buttons on either side set the value to 0, increment in steps of 1 or steps of 10, or you can simply click on the slider and then use the buttons to fine-tune your value. The value of the slider is visible to the right of the slider as a number. The slider below glossiness is the one that controls the amount of environment reflection. Neither of these sliders or the tint gloss button below will work if you have not applied a specular map, either from the ones built into this HUD or from an external applier. Fulbright does exactly what it says and turns the mesh body parts to Fulbright. Generally, this is not recommended. The Tint Gloss button works the same way as the Tint Skin button, except it only tints the specular. You have access to all of your saved colours from any of the tint sections. The Hands and Feet section is where you control your hands and feet. You can use the nail length buttons here to set your nails to short, medium or long, or turn them off for wearing with add-on nails. You can also enable a small extra layer for wearing with full finger covering system gloves that turns off your nails and smooths out your fingertips. In the feet section, you can select your preferred feet height or combination. This only works if you are wearing the body bundle, which has the feet built in, or the deluxe feet. You can turn off your toenails here, should you want to wear an add-on set of toenails, or if you wear an alpha layer to hide your feet for shoes. This button toggles on and off the ankle lock, which sets your ankles into one position unaffected by pose stands or animations. It's useful especially for the higher feet to prevent broken-looking ankles. Stockings work differently in Redux than previous versions of the Slink body and feet. Previously, you would enable the stocking or underwear layer and press a button on an applier HUD to send your stocking texture. In Redux, stockings are handled by system layers and the stocking toes section on the physique HUD. When you wear your system layer stockings and check out your toes, you can see there is a problem where the stocking texture wraps around the toes of the mesh foot. We've provided two potential solutions for this issue. The opaque button is for when you're wearing system layer opaque stockings or socks, and all you need to do is enable it. It works with whatever texture is baked into the system layer. The sheer button enables a custom texture which is by default set to white. You can then tint this texture to suit your stocking colour using either one of these 16 presets or by the Tint Stocking button to the right. Once you have matched your stocking toe, you can tweak the transparency with this slider for the perfect effect. If you're wearing the bundle or the deluxe feet, these settings will match across all of your feet. The final section of this HUD handles your nails, both fingernails and toenails. You can choose here which nails you want your polish to apply to, and the polish will go to whichever nails are highlighted in green. By default, they are all enabled. There are a number of polishes built into this HUD, or you can use any Slink nail, fingernail or toenail appliers, including very old ones, and any Amiga nail applier. If the nail applier you've used has also applied a specular or normal map and you don't want it any longer, you can clear those maps using this button. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps you navigate these changes and make the transition to Bakes on Mesh and Slink Redux an easy one. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop me a note card or I am in World at Shadian Munro or to my assistant Slink Resident, and we will help you however we can.